And has to be a little bit more calculated, a little bit more mature this year, and we're sure he will be. As Luke Fink and Jack Shanahan lead the line, and Jack Shanahan's not giving him an 8-shot entry. Whoa! Jack Shanahan! Oh, Luke Fink! Bit of a dive from Jack Shanahan around the final corner, guys. Make some noise! Chill down my spine, that entry, and I think all of us in the tower just looked at each other. Look at this entry. Unbelievable. Fink on the wall, Jack Shanahan right with him. And watch this, Jack Shanahan says, "Come here, you," and reels him into the last corner. I mean, no one even took a breath there for about 3 seconds when they entered that corner. That is what we came here to see. And as they come around, guys, put your hands together for Jack Shanahan. As they exit their cars, will you please make as much noise as you can, Mondello, for Luke Fink and Jack Shanahan pats the car down. What an insane battle. You could go anywhere in the world and not see something like that. Guys, we have to wait for a judging decision, and they are still debating this. Well, you want to see it one more time? Oh, we got to go to our judges. Of course, majority rules. So, they're still discussing this one. Still discussing it. Guys, they deserve another round of applause. Give it up for Fink and Shanahan.
You know, the judges are going to be discussing this one. The way, from my point of view, you see on the first run, Luke makes a little bit of error, drops a wheel, but on Jack's chase run, when he goes shallow, you know, did those two mistakes count each other out?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like great stuff. You look at the last section here, Jack Shanahan just putting it together nicely. Luke does make that error after the wall, and everything else is pretty sweet. On the second run, I mean, our judges are guided. This is just a scary entry from both drivers. Look at the aggression here as they come right on top. Luke Fink absolutely nails the back of the wall, and you can see him happy out with that.
Yeah, there won't be too many people asking, you know, the question, Luke who, after that sort of an entry.
That's for sure, and you can see here, Jack Shanahan does make a big error here towards the end of the track, diving in. And you know, they got to remember that the first corner, it's not all won or lost. I mean, the judges are having a good debate on this, and do we have a decision? Eric has a decision. Our other two judges are still deciding. Luke Fink just said he's got Irish family.
I'm not sure that counts. I think half the world has Irish family.
Yeah, you're not special. Everyone's some way related to everybody here. So, our judges decided, so of course, you know, we're willing everything on, but at the same time, they were analysing each run. Jack does make right onto the wall from Luke Fink. I mean, that's absolutely perfect. Jack Shanahan does have the proximity that Luke didn't have in the first run, but you've got to look at this error from Jack Shanahan through the last section. He does completely miss clip 4 and dive across, and the judges will want to have a quick look at all of this and add it all up. So, we have a decision.
My vote is for one more time.
Eric O'Sullivan.
One more time.
I don't think anyone's nerves can take it one more time. The crowd getting behind Jack Shanahan as he heads into the car. Back to the start line they go. Eric,
come on, guys, they're in their cars, but they can hear you and they're going to get pumped up. Make some noise for Jack Shanahan!
Yeah, scary stuff. We gotta go back to you, Kieran. I mean, a long debate there about the decision. Talk us through it one more time. You see, this is one of those things where you say apples and trees when it comes to John Shanahan. I mean, I guarantee if they crashed, he'd be out fixing Luke's car before his own. And look at this, a little fan, guys. Give him a round of applause before they hit off the line. Jack Shanahan. I mean, this is one of the biggest battles this kid will ever be in his life, and he's out helping the other driver to make sure he's okay on the line. You won't get it in any other motorsport. That's what makes it so special.
That is absolutely phenomenal. Like, what a showing of sportsmanship. It really is incredible. And for such a young man to be able to show that kind of composure and gentlemanliness, I suppose, is it's incredible. He's a credit to his family, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of worry when it comes to these two guys on that entry because they are pushing extremely hard. I mean, it's actually on the knife edge. There is absolutely no other way of describing it. You can see Jack Shannon just finally putting his helmet on. I mean, there's a certain tension here before these guys come off the line because we both know they want this so badly. They both have a point to prove. There's history on the line between international drivers and Irish drivers. It's only a top 8 battle, but it could be a final, you know? And I think that's the way both of these guys are looking at it. They're off the line. Here we go. Cameras, phones at the ready. This is going to get sketchy very quick. Jack Shanahan, Luke Fink to chase him in. Here we go. Massive entry from both drivers. Jack Shanahan. I mean, what an entry from Jack Shanahan. He said he hit the wall. The Irish drivers are ecstatic as Luke Fink drags that bumper bar behind him. He's hit the wall. Not a big hit, he got away with it, but wow, what an entry from Jack Shanahan. He put it onto the wall. Luke Fink, look at this on the replay. Just straight in behind, look at this from Jack Shanahan. Unbelievable. Fink hits the wall and tags it straight back out again. And Jack Shanahan has a 10-0 advantage going into the second run. All he's got to do is just complete a run and the chase position, and he's into the top 4 to face Dean Carnage. You can see damage definitely sustained. Oh look, and you can see the tyre actually getting damaged from the bumper bar dragging behind. This is obviously going to be a 5-minute rule for Luke Fink. I would imagine you can see the smoke bellowing from the fiberglass or whatever was damaged. What an insane run from Jack Shannon. You know what? He actually had to make that decision. He knew Luke was that good of a driver. I think Jack Shannon definitely put himself in a position there that he wasn't too sure what was going to happen.
Just look at it from that angle. Oh!
And you can see Luke Fink just slam on the brakes as well now to collide with Shanahan in front of him. And Luke Fink does tag the wall and sends straight on Jack Shanahan. I mean, that's the best run he's put in all day. Even better than his qualifying run. And I think that, you know, yeah, maybe they're calling quits on the car and saying that it is not fixable. Or are they, the 5 minutes are ticking on Luke Fink's car. You can see it here on the replay in the paddock. You can see IDC scrutineer Martin French, who was driving this car here last year, is our scrutineer, and he's obviously checking over what's wrong with the car. They're saying the car is leaking some fuel. Obviously, it's something, you know, a big danger there, so they're having a look around and see if they can patch that up. It's saying that leaking some fuel, obviously, if the car is not safe to come back. You can see Conor Shanahan to the left of your picture there watching on. And of course, all the Shanahans around the car trying to fix it. It's insane, you know. So obviously we bring out the teleporter just to make sure that that wall is straight. Took a little bit of an impact from Luke to the rear of Luke's car. And you know, props to our teleport driver. He's been out here all day straightening up that wall. We got to make sure the conditions are the same for every driver. And it looks like we will be counting down the 5-minute rule for Luke Fink to see if he's able to. There's John Shanahan. Now, if we fixed it 30 seconds now, it's fine. So John Shanahan is here. He's going to pull it out. Oh, wait a minute, the bar. The hot rod experience straight away. So here's Jack Shanahan's father trying to fix Luke Fink's car. This is exactly what's happening here. I mean, if there ever was a sign of sportsmanship, as you can see John Shannon now shouting abuse at Martin French, our scrutineer, to get the car back together. I mean, have you ever seen anything like this in your life? Trying to get the bodywork away from the wheel, has a look and it says absolutely perfect.
He looks in the window and says, just give me 1 minute.
So they're having a look at that fuel system and making sure that everything is okay.
Oh, I want them to get it fixed so bad.
You can see just desperately trying to patch that car up together. Look, a bit of tape coming out there from one of Dean Carney's mechanics there trying to get that car back together. When he goes to show, there's a member of every team on that paddock getting involved there. The sledge gets dropped, at least we're past that point of the repair. So 1 minute remains on Luke Fink's car. If they do not get that car out and it's passed by our scrutineer in 1 minute, then he is out of the competition. If the car is leaking fuel, it will not be allowed back on track, so they have 1 minute to try and patch this car back up. And we are counting down. As I said, we got this wireless camera for the guys that see it live, so we can see it. So the battery in the car has actually been taken out of the car because it was the battery fluid that was leaking out of the car.
Yeah, and it looks like they're closing the boot on this car.
Yes.
I think we've got about 20 seconds left on the clock here. John Shanahan, we'll stop talking to him and send him out there. And he looks like he has beaten the 5 minute rule, guys. Round of applause for Luke Fink. Wow. He just couldn't script it. He just couldn't script it. John Shanahan has fixed Luke Fink's car to get him out to go out against his son on the track. He didn't even check Jack Shanahan's car, and we were hearing that Jack Shanahan was about to call a 5 minute rule of his own to extend Luke Fink's time to fix the car. Unbelievable. You try and find that in any drift series in the world. Jack Shanahan was about to call 5 minutes to extend his time. Insane stuff. They're both, we just fixed the wall up there instead of Kieran Hines, our head judge, making sure everything's okay. And we will see the second half of this one. Big impact from Luke Fink on the wall. I mean, the stories coming out of this day are just, people will talk about this for weeks to come. And amazing that we have that camera in the paddock to show us exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, look, back on the line, who would have thought it? You know, I'm almost speechless really about what, you know, the things I'm after seeing, because it is just incredible. What a display of sportsmanship. And it just goes to show that everything, you know, all the smack talk, you know, it's all taken in good banter, and it's all a bit of crack, and, you know, there's a bit of back and forth, but everybody wants to go out and battle hard. And we have Luke Fink, Jack Shanahan on the line, Jack with a 10-0.
It'll be Luke Fink to lead in Jack Shanahan. It will be Luke Fink's final run of the day unless Jack Shanahan makes a catastrophic error. Jack Shanahan, all he needs to do is just put in a solid run and he will beat Luke Fink here in Mondello Park at IDC Round 3 Global Warfare 2. They come around the line. Luke Fink is putting foot to floor. You can see the car shimmy as they come down the hill. Luke Fink fires the car at the wall. Jack Shanahan's coming in hot. Jack Shanahan with a huge drive onto Luke Fink. Luke Fink making a little bit of an error there. You can see some weird noises coming from Luke Fink's car, maybe the fuel. Look at Jack Shanahan pushing him over the final. Give it up for Jack Shanahan and Luke Fink. Where would you go in the world to see drifting like that? Fans loving it all around Mondello Park. We have standing room only here at Round 3 Global Warfare 2. Luke Fink fired it towards the wall. Insane stuff. And they're going to come back out here in front of the tower. What a battle this has been. They'll talk about this one as Jack Shanahan. That's the time to do it. That's the time to make a mistake. It's okay to get four wheels off you. What a battle, everything we wanted from it. We're going to need you guys to get on your feet because this is just one of those moments. Give it up for Luke Fink and Jack Shanahan! Standing ovation from the grandstand. Unbelievable scenes here in Mondello Park. Just incredible stuff. We got to go back to our judges. We need a decision who's going to go through to the top four. A little bit of sprinkle of rain coming down again. We don't want it to drop. Dan Moorhead, who's getting the call? Who's going through the semi-final?
Awesome work, lads. My vote goes with Jack Shanahan.
One vote for Jack Shanahan. If he receives one more vote, he will go through to the semi-final. Kieran Hines.
My vote is for Jack Shanahan.
And Jack Shanahan goes through to the top four. Guys, give it up for Luke Fink. What a superstar. The car is battered and bruised once again. They're not sure. It has
no battery.
He's no power steering. He's no battery. I think we saw him take his battery out. He might not be aware of this because he was still in the car. I think John Shanahan took a lot of it out, so I think we're going to have to recover this truck from it. Guys, give it up for Luke Fink. He put that car on the line. Give it up for Low Brain Drifters for bringing it here. awesome work all weekend, and it looks like his weekend will end there in the top 8 as Jack Shanahan now faces Dean Carney in the top 4, and we move to the other side of the bracket where Tomas Kiley will go up against Shane O'Sullivan. At this point, only one international driver left in the competition, which is Daigo Saito, who goes up against Brian Egan. If Brian Egan beats Daigo Saito, then we will keep this 11-year undefeated streak and go forward to Japfest and carry it on again.
Do you know what? I forgot we had 2 more grade 8 battles. I am exhausted. This has been hard work. Not that I didn't enjoy it. It's been hard work because it has been so exciting.
I mean, we're big, we're commentators, Eddie, but we're big fans.